Hello. In this video, I want to talk about the PNC pastoral care model called the net and how you can cast the net to ensure that all your people, all your members are being well cared for and are being followed up with very minimal effort and that no one is forgotten. First of all, I want to say that the net is taken from the biblical metaphor of Jesus commanding the disciple to throw out the net, to cast the nets, to go further. And as a result, they got so many fish that the net was so heavy that the net started to break, and the disciples started calling out for help, and others came along to help carry that load. The net is then built on a Jesus model of approach using the number 3, 12, and 72. With number 3 refer to Jesus being with his closer companion, Peter and John and those that were close to him. It's that mentoring group of the people you're walking alongside them for a period of time. 12 refer to the disciples, the leaders and those that Jesus equip and teach. And these are your leaders, the group of people that you train and equip them for leadership. And then 72 is referred to Jesus sending the 72 missionaries. These are the community of people that kind of look to you as their pastor. So without going into greater details, for the sake of this short little video, I want to just focus on the 72. Let me explain by giving you this example. Let's say that I have 1,500 members, and those names are in my database. And I have 8 pastors. All the 8 pastors have a 72 in their contact list. They'll be populated into their portal. The 72s are the members who see them as their pastor. So the youth pastor, for example, his 72s are the kids in the youth group and their leaders. The children pastor, all the children, leaders, and parents. The over 60 pastor, his 72 are the seniors and the older folks. The worship pastor, his 72 is all the worship team and the creative team. The senior pastor, his 72, the pastoral staff, the admin team, and the church council. Can you just imagine having the 8 pastors standing in a round circle, holding each corner of the net, with all your 1,500 members inside the net? The weight of the 1,500 members will be better managed and carried by the 8 pastors holding the net compared to the net held by 2 or 3 pastors. So at the end, when you strategically allocate your members accordingly, each member has a responsible pastor. When you sit down to discuss about a person, the responsible pastor is the first to report. However, it doesn't mean that a responsible pastor knows everything about that individual. Why? Because other pastors who are part of the care team have also been in contact with that same person in a different context at a different time and for other reasons. They too can record follow-up notes. Overlapping or follow-up is not always a bad thing. In fact, it's a great thing because it's strengthening the net. It's casting the net more broadly, and you're likely to catch more needs and you know more about your members than just relying on one pastor to follow up. So for me as the youth pastor in my professional portal, I have 75 names in my contact list. It's being populated or I invite them into my list. And that includes 62 youth kids and 32 leaders. 4 out of my leaders are also in the young adult pastors list. Those 4 people are also added to the young adult contact list in this portal. But the youth pastor remains the responsible pastor. So when you click on James, who is one of the 4, it will display the youth pastor, Rob Allen, as the responsible pastor. But when you click on James' care team, the young adult pastor, Dave Smith, is also listed as a pastor or mentor. How great it is that you know that that person is being cared for by one or two pastors and a few team of people around that individual. Again, I want to say how important this is, that the professional portal built in the system that the pastor is using is full of tools that will help them to better care and follow up their members. So if the 8 pastors in this case continue to follow up with the minimal effort, they follow up their 72s more regularly, you have a 99.9 chance of following up all your 1,500 members on a regular basis, and that no one is forgotten. You see, the people who sees you as their pastors are more likely to be open, likely to relate better to you than the pastoral care pastor or the senior pastor. So using the net will help the church to achieve more and better outcome with minimal effort required. It will take away some of the pressure, if not more effective than leaving pastoral care follow-up to one assigned pastor or an administrator to do that. The role of pastoral care pastor is to care for the other pastor and to support them, picking up any missing and stand in a gap when they are not able to follow up. The role can also include following up people who might not fit in to any of the other pastors' pool of 72. Now, is that the kind of shepherd model of care you want to see happening in your church? You've been scratching your head and wondering who's looking after who and what are we going to do? How much do we know about people? We keep missing the mark. Is that the kind of tool we've been waiting for? If you answer yes, let me tell you, we can help you. We have what it takes to help you to cast the net and be more productive and more effective in your pastoral care. Even better, we can even train you on how to implement that model of care using PNC. So I encourage you to go to www.pastoralnetcare.org and sign up now. We have a special offer you don't want to miss out. We hope you hear from you soon, and thanks for watching.